you come when the back drop low. Body to the rhythm, make the bad things go. Sip liquid joy, let the bad mind know. We rise up slow, but we still explode. Boom! Champagne, New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne, New Year, let it rain like. Drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. This our time, this our highlight.
Bottle pop, truth drop, welcome to the show. Champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you gonna glow.
Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex. Champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you're gonna glow. Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex.
Second and let's talk. Yo, DJ, roll that beautiful champagne footage.
Confidants? What is your profession? What is your profession? Nothing but soldiers and empowerment over here.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
And winter is coming.
And winter is coming! Winter is coming. And winter is coming.
Winter is here.
I'm in Ohio, right? And we got that storm coming, right? That little wind, Arctic storm or whatever they got going. And you know what I'm saying? Cool, just don't knock my, like, this is my first weekend off of work in like 3 months, bruh. Please don't do me dirty, bruh. But look, all I need you to do is don't let the power go out because we got a house full of food, you feel me? We cool on them too. Just blow me some head. You know what I'm saying? Just blow some head my way. Just some head, oh my God, some head to go crazy, you hear me? That's all I...
Winter weather alerts stretch from Texas all the way up to Maine. That's over 2,000 miles. And the impacts from this storm are going to be significant. Widespread power outages, travel disruptions, and significant damage is possible across a large swath of the country, a lot of that due to ice accumulation. The worst is expected from Mississippi and the eastern side of the southern Appalachian Mountains. The ice hits the southern plains Friday evening, and by Saturday afternoon, wintry mix and ice will reach the Tennessee Valley. On Friday afternoon, the storm is still getting started in the southern plains, but the storm is going to quickly spread across the country, potentially impacting over 200 million people.
I don't think the winter storm is going to be that bad like they're saying on the news. I just don't think it can get that bad. Senator Ted Cruz spotted on a flight to California. Oh, we finna die.
Waiting to talk about the storm that's coming this weekend because I didn't want to freak people out. And a lot of these forecasts never pan out, but this one is panning out, it looks like. Yeah, everyone's in agreement now that the crazy forecast is actually happening. This is going to be one of those storms you probably remember for much of your life. Basically, more than the eastern half of the United States is going to be below freezing. Most of that below zero. They're calling for, foot and a half of snow all through here, all the way to the mid-Atlantic, and 3 inches of ice in this pink band right here. 3 inches of ice is unbelievably catastrophic.
If you live in the Midwest, it is about to get absolutely freezing. Here, I'm looking at the wind chills from like tonight all the way until tomorrow, and
So when y'all help me figure out why my intro just cut off, maybe I can help y'all figure out why my intro just cut off. What's going on, Champagne Gang, FizzFam, confidants, and visitors to the Champagne City? Baby, come on in. Welcome. Come one. Come all to the Champagne City. Please do me a favor. Make sure you have you a glass of something bubbly. Make sure you have your charger in hand. Make sure you have something nice and comfy on. Kick your feet up in one of those Chase lounges. Say hi to a few people in the chat because we're friendly over here, and let's get ready to get into the show. But y'all already know, before we do, we've got to get into our positivity and affirmations. So please take your glass and raise it high. Look to your neighbor on the left. Look to your neighbor on the right. And give them a smile. Y'all probably ain't smiled at nobody all day. Stop being cranky and smile at somebody today. So y'all listen. Today we are talking about retain your buoyancy. Some things don't fall because they're weak. No. They break because they were too rigid, too tight, too locked in on one shape for too long. But we are built with buoyancy, not stiff, not brittle, not one note strong. We are designed to rise, to adjust, to move with pressure instead of snapping under it. Soft doesn't mean fragile. Flexible doesn't mean feeble. The right texture absorbs pressure instead of exploding from it. That's buoyancy. The quiet power to bend without breaking. That's buoyancy. The ability to take impact without letting it live in your spirit. Knowing when to push, when to float, and when to let the wave pass through. We are not glass meant to shatter. We are current. We are tide. We are breath. Impact doesn't end us. It rolls through us and keeps moving. Even the ocean yields and still reshapes the shore. Even air gives and still lifts wings into the sky. That's not weakness, that's intelligent strength. So when life presses in, we don't crack, we recalibrate. We don't sink, we rise in a new position. And we don't lose ourselves, we return to the surface wiser. Tonight, we affirm. We are built with buoyancy in our spirit. We are flexible enough to survive impact. We rise after pressure again and again. We do not break under weight. We adjust, we breathe, and we come back up. And if you agree with this deep down in the innermost part of your spirit, let's toast. Now, y'all already know the subject that we getting ready to get into today. And you already know it's been getting a little heated on the social of the media. When it comes to this subject, I want you to know as we get ready to get into our story, is today, baby, we ain't dealing with no trolls.
Yeah, whole squad on patrol. Where they at? Point them out, that troll. Troll buses on patrol. Hey, hey, hey! Troll buses on patrol, troll patrol. Clamp down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click clap, log them out, fold that troll. Whole chair, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that troll! Troll buses on patrol, troll patrol. Yeah, big boots, stomp them out, roll that troll. Roll it, cap lock, drag them out, scroll that troll. Crowd yell loud, we control these trolls. We control these trolls. You type to a little mole that troll. Live in my crib, little bowl cut troll. Grease on your keys, little old stain troll. Bridge so hot, screen cold from the troll. You a bridge bottom, did water troll. Wi-Fi weak, one bar in your soul. Profile pic, just an egg on a pole. Whole existence on whole set troll. Saying fake pages, same lame troll. Catfish, but you can't say that troll. Talk big game, but you fold like a scroll. We just laugh, hit mute on the troll. Troll buzzers on patrol, troll patrol. Wait. Clamp down, shut them out, tow that troll. Click, clack, log them out, fold that troll. Whole chat, chanting now, roast that troll. Roast that.
Ladies and gentlemen, confidants, welcome to the Hennessy Zone. Straight talk, no chaser. This place was created for those topics that require, well, a little something stronger than just champagne. Over here, we think and drink responsibly. Now, let me give you a disclaimer. Everything discussed in the Hennessy Zone, all of the commentary is based on my opinion, and it's done so in accordance with the Fair Use Act, which allows for these discussions for the purpose of entertainment and teaching, because there's wisdom to be gained from everything, whether it's good or bad. Now, we don't attempt to solve cases over here, but we do discuss them. And I love to hear your opinions about each of the cases we discuss. So please do me a favor and drop in the comments and let me know what you think about today's case.
All right, y'all, come on in. Please do me a favor. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good. Put a 2 in the chat if I need to turn it up. And right now I'm trying to figure out why I can't see my chat. So give me 1 second. My internet went out as soon as we started the show. So that's why we were like a little delayed with getting started today. I'm so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. But y'all know the Midwest is in a whole Arctic blast. So who knows when the internet subject to go out. Some people in the Midwest have gotten hit with the doggone snow, like they trying to be transported to the North Pole. The other people in the Midwest, like where I'm at, got hit with the Arctic blast, the negative 40 to 41 below zero, like, you know, the stuff that borderline killed the dinosaurs. I don't understand why it's so cold. I'm just And it's everywhere. It's not even just, that's why I did the Frozen Joker's Wild today, because it's not just one, it's everywhere. Everywhere you turn, they cold. In the Western Hemisphere, over across seas in their hemisphere, everybody hemisphere is frozen. But y'all drop in the comments to let me know how y'all doing where y'all are. I hope everybody is nice and warm, right? Y'all got water and food and everything is all good. Now let's get ready to get into the show. Y'all, today, if you look at the title, you'll see what we are discussing, because I have just a few questions. Now, one thing that I want to say about this case, and we've said it about other cases on this channel, is we have to be careful when we're covering stuff and we start talking about our opinion as if it's factual. At the end of the day, nothing discussed in this case is factual. No, not even the families. Like, we can go off of what they say, but until the police come out with A, B, C, D, E, F, anybody that wasn't there is hearsay. It's hearsay. It's okay for us to discuss how we feel, but you cannot discuss how you feel as fact. People are constantly speaking on why Lulu is not arrested. Well, there has to be something called evidence. Remember, there's two things that are needed in order for a person to be charged with a crime. Number one, you have to determine that the crime itself was criminal. Just because a crime was committed, it did not make it criminal. Let me tell you what I mean. Let's play devil's advocate in this situation and say, for the sake of argument, Lulu did not do any harm to Dro. That what happened to his head was completely coincidental. He jumped out of a moving car, tripped, hit his head on the concrete barrier, whatever. It did damage. That's what caused it. You have a crime, maybe. If you willingly knew that him jumping out of that car while it was moving was going to cause injury, and you slowed it down purposely knowing he was going to jump out instead of attempting to bring it to a complete stop, you have to have a crime that is criminal. The second thing you have to have in order to prosecute is you have to have a motive. Without a motive, all you have is an act. Without a motive, I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if it was planned. I don't know if you thought about this. I don't know if it was in the heat of the moment. I don't know if it was self-defense. I got to understand why you committed the crime that you committed. When you have a situation like this, where the only thing you have really is the dad side of the family coming out telling you what Lulu told them, that is not enough for anybody to say, you know what, prosecute. Y'all remember the video, the movie, Law Abiding Citizen? One of the things that they said in Law Abiding Citizen was what? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. That's what y'all got to understand. With any of these cases, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. Do you know how many cases have literally flew by? Not because they didn't know who did it, but because they couldn't prove it in court. Right now, all y'all have is hearsay. That's it. And majority of the hearsay is coming from the dad's side of the family. Lulu ain't came out and said nothing, except this was her bae. This was the love of her life. She ain't came up and tried to clear up any misconceptions about what she told the family. You gotta have a crime that is criminal. So right now, we don't even know if a criminal act has been committed. We know allegedly someone has said that they are not looking into her, that he got out of the car. Police ain't came out and said nothing. You know what that makes me think of? It makes me think of the David case we're going to go back to following up with updates on. Because you got TMZ and all these other bloggers and everything coming out with stories. But guess what? The police are silenced on the case. They haven't said a word. Do you know why? Let me see if I put it on here. I think I forgot to upload it. The reason why is, to be honest with you, a lot of the bloggers. A lot of us are the problem. A lot of us are the problem because you got to stop and understand. If you're calling as a blogger to try to get information, baby, there's probably about 100,000, that's on the low end, other bloggers that's calling trying to get information as well. If you're sending off for paperwork regarding the case, there's probably other bloggers that's doing the same thing as well. Then y'all reach out to these people's families, which isn't a problem, but some of y'all go too far because what you do is start interfering with the case. Certain questions lawyers don't answer in front of the public because it interferes with the case. Certain questions lawyers tell people don't answer because it interferes with the case. Yet, you have a lot of bloggers who don't have a law degree that are asking certain questions that even if you could have gotten a conviction, you'll potentially mess stuff up because you're asking the wrong questions at the wrong time. Not only that, but you're putting questions in the head of someone who is potentially guilty, and you're prepping them for what to look out for and what answers to give in the interrogation because they already know what questions more than likely the police or the detectives are already going to ask them. Y'all, we do too much. Cover the story. But why go so far where you can damage something that everybody wants to see solved? But no, you want to solve it first, right? Internet detective. We got to be careful. Got to be careful. Especially with a case like this, where there's no information out there except for hearsay. If you're not getting it from the horse's mouth, be careful. I told y'all before 2026 came in that there's blood in the water in 2026. Everybody is looking for a come up, and people are realizing the way to come up is to sue. Be careful, bloggers. I said it in 2025. Be careful because people are looking for you to say the wrong thing so they can say, yep, got him. Got him. Got him. Be careful. If you're not getting stuff from the man family, be careful what you quote. If you're not getting stuff from Lulu herself, be careful what you quote. And allegedly don't protect everything. When you're defaming someone and accusing them of unaliving. You can say it's your opinion, but you can't make it fact. You got to be careful. So, one of the reasons why I chose the topic that I chose for today, because right now the internet is torn over this subject. The internet is torn because you have certain people who feel like Lulu is innocent. Then you have a whole nother group who feels like Lulu is guilty. I am one of those who are in the middle who feels like there's way too many unanswered questions with this situation. And there's too many unanswered questions to make a determination of innocence or guilt when you only have one party that's speaking out. Only thing we can do is ask questions based on the information that's been put out there. But we don't even know if the information that's been put out there is correct. The only correct information that we can go off of are the Good Samaritans who stopped to make sure Dro was okay or try to give him some assistance. They were factually there. The police were factually there. Anybody else is hearsay. And you got to be careful with hearsay. But because everybody is so torn about this story, it made me ask the question, because the people who are on Lulu's side are saying that girl loved him. That girl loved him. She would never hurt him. She was in love with him. So my question then became, can love really end this badly? And do you think it can? Like, stop and think about it. Do you really think if this was truly love, it could have ended this badly? True love. True love. Or is the bigger question or the bigger issue that we have a world full of people who don't truly know what love is? Could that potentially be the issue of how we consistently call this love? Now, if you remember when we showed the video of the mom's friend, right? Or the girl who came out and spoke about Lulu, y'all remember she came out and said, y'all don't know what that girl had to go through, the number of times he did blase skippy, allegedly. Y'all remember that? We gonna run it back from the beginning and run all the way through it. But my question is, if it's really love, how can it fail so poorly? True love, right? What do y'all think? Do you think true love can truly end like this? Like this. And if you thinking Romeo and Juliet, baby, Romeo and Juliet didn't take each other's life. No, they took their own life because they couldn't bear the thought of being without the other. So help me understand how you can call it love, but it ends so poorly. Because love looks after one another, right? I need y'all, when we are thinking about this case, put the hearsay aside. Let's just deal with love for a second, right? Let's just put love on the stand in this conversation, right? Do you honestly think love would end like this if it was really love? Would love put what it loves out the car without making sure what it loved was okay? Or do you think this runs into that thin line between love and hate? Because what really happens when love breaks, when it fractures in a moment, and if it's true love, in those moments when it fractures, wouldn't more love pour out and not hate? Drop in the comments and let me know what you think, because people look at Dro, Lulu, other couples online. People look at these couples and all of a sudden they become couple goals, right? This is the relationship you want. This is the relationship you desire. This is what you're seeking, because this is what people show on TV. And I also told y'all the first time we covered the story that this could just be for show. Remember, this is social media. This is the Matrix, baby. This is the Coliseum. Everything is a show. Question everything. question it all. But we get so excited by seeing these individuals on social media, and we look at them and it's, oh, they're so in love. Are they? Because you see a smile? Because in my personal opinion, if love ends this poorly, baby, it was never love. It was never love. No, not the true definition of love. Not unconditional love. Now, that's probably what I should have pulled up for y'all. It might have been an erotic love. Because, see, the problem with a lot of y'all is y'all get caught up in an erotic love and y'all call it love because you don't know how to tell the difference between eroticism and true love. You get caught up in eroticism. That, prime example, what Blueface has going on with Stunner Girl right now. That ain't love, baby, that's eroticism. She makes you feel good. A lot of y'all get caught up in the feeling, and you think that feeling is love. I told you a lot of women love from between their legs. They do. We do. That's why when a man puts it on you just right, you don't want to let it go. You willing to do everything for it. That's why they came out with the whole trend of what you was willing to do for the D. Because a lot of women love from between their legs. You don't like nothing else about the Negro. You don't like nothing else about him. You don't like the way he cook. You don't like the way he clean. You borderline don't like the way he look. You don't like the way he dress. You don't care whether you go out in public or not. But baby, for that pipe, you will fight the world and take them all on. Y'all know it. Because women tend to love from between their legs. They attach love to if you provoke a certain feeling in you. And because we confuse erotic love with unconditional agape love, we get confused, and then stuff like this happens, and then you turn around and say, but she loved him. She would never. Did she? Which kind of love, though? Which kind? Because I told y'all in the beginning, I absolutely believe she might have loved him. But unconditional love, the kind of I want a couple of forevers with you kind of love, no, she don't give that. She gives, this is my best friend and I'll see it through to the end type love. She gives homie lover friend type love. Y'all, come on y'all. See, some of y'all playing. Now, some of y'all playing with my emotions. For real, for real. Because back in the day, we used to have what was called a homie lover friend. Matter of fact, until some of y'all got into a relationship, your homie lover friend wasn't just the one that was your friend, your homie, but that was the person that could get it whenever they wanted to. All they had to do was make the phone call. Wasn't no feelings attached. Wasn't no emotions attached. Wasn't nothing attached. They didn't want nothing from you. You didn't want nothing from them because that was your friend. That was your homie, but that was also your lover. Y'all being fake if y'all acting like y'all didn't know what a homie lover friend was. But the problem came in because a lot of people fell in love with the homie. And you wanted more from the homie. When it comes to their dynamic, she gives me, he's the homie lover friend. Not that's bae. She calls her brother bae. This the homie that she kick it with. She gonna make money with him. She trust him. She'll probably put a few things in his name. If it come down to the come down, she ain't riding with nobody but him. But to say I'm head over heels, there's a lot of people right now who are in relationships of convenience. Because I know this right here is going to get me to where I need to go. If you listen to their post, she was constantly saying we hadn't made it to where we wanted to go yet, but we were headed there. You don't know what she would have did when she got there. That would have been the real test of the relationship, not why you still building. Because I'll put up with a whole lot of stuff if I'm building to get to somewhere. I'll put up with you cheating. Yeah, I will. I'll put, not saying me, I'm talking in general. I'll put up with you cheating, yeah. I'll put up with a girl or two calling the phone, hitting me in the DM, talking about what y'all got going on. I might, let you take $1 or $2 out the bank, because I got something in mind. I got a plan, and you gonna help me get to that plan. A lot of people are in relationships, and you thinking you in a relationship with somebody for a couple of forevers, and they only in that relationship because you helping them to get to their next destination or their next goal. But because y'all so quick that because he look good and she look good to throw y'all legs open, fellas, y'all so quick to want to pipe something down that you don't take the time out to find out, hey, what kind of love is this gonna be? Is this gonna be an Eros type thing? Yeah, we good in the bed, but we ain't good nowhere else. Is this gonna be a filial type thing, a brotherly love type thing? Because contrary to popular belief, there are men and women that can be best friends without anything sexual going on. There are men that can have best friends that are other men, and that's who they prefer to travel with without anything else going on. Said what I said. Argue with your mama, not with me. Please. Because you got the filial love, phileo, some people say. That's that Philadelphia love. If you need to make it rhyme, make it make sense. The city of brotherly love. That's what that came from. That's my brother. That's my sister. We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life. That type. Everybody don't have that agape love, baby. They don't have that unconditional love. They don't have that for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness, in health, till death do us part type love. No, and they ain't even trying to get it. And unfortunately, you don't even know it because you're too busy being stigmatized. You too busy being stuck on the putty tag to realize that you sleeping with the enemy and don't even know. And unfortunately, half of y'all gonna listen to me and think that I'm talking about Dro and Lulu. Silly rabbit. Because y'all not paying attention to what you getting attached to. What you are allowing to attach to you. What you are pouring and emptying your everything into. You ain't even determined whether or not this person is deserving of 2% of you. And you giving them all? Because the dick was good? Because the putty baby is store-bought now. Honey, they got robots now. Ladies, they got toys. Never mind, I can't even. Trigger warning. You sitting up because you want some pecker. And you, whole time you laid up with Michael Myers. bride of Chucky, and you don't even know it. You don't. Watch this. What size bra she wear? Do you know? What size panties does she wear? Do you know? Let me go deeper than that. What style bra is her favorite? Don't worry, I'll wait. How about this one? What style underwear does she like to wear? Don't worry, I'll wait. How about what's her favorite color? What's her secondary and her third? What color does she feel like she looks the best in? Now let's flip it, because I know some of y'all, it's always about the female. Y'all are, you see, y'all new to the Champagne City. I get it. Same thing on the flip side, ladies. Is he a boxer guy or a brief? What's his favorite style of clothing? Not the ones he can afford, but if he could afford what he wanted to wear, what would that style be? Do you know? What color does he like to see you in? See, y'all be jumping in these relationships and you know nothing about each other. Nothing. Not one thing do you know about each other, but you wonder why it goes so bad. Because you don't know anything about each other to have known that it was going to go good. You went into a relationship, something as permanent as a relationship, with a hope, a prayer, and a dream. When even the Bible tells you to guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it flows the issues of life. Your heart is your most vulnerable asset, and y'all just be throwing it to the wind all willy-nilly. Why? Because you can't be okay with being alone, with being all one, with being with yourself and being okay with it. So you rather lay up with Ed Gaines than be all one, alone. Alright? It ain't always what it seems, is what I'm saying to you. Everybody on social media are just looking at images. We're not there. We don't see what life was like. We don't know if he was the monster or her. We don't know. We're not there. All we know is what was seen on social media. Didn't they say, what's his name, who was the serial unaliver? Didn't they say he was handsome and charming? Meanwhile, he just offing ladies left and right. Would have fit into a crowd. Probably somebody that all the women would have probably flocked to, because he was handsome. Whole time you don't know he got murder on his mind. You trying to get some pecker, and he got murder on his mind. He trying to take you out of here. You trying to have a good time. Because you don't pause to pay attention to who you are allowing into your life. Man, this is so much bigger than just Dro and Lulu. This is more about you than it is about them. You know what my mindset always tells me, and this is just me. You ain't got to think this way. But whenever there's stuff that's missing from stories, you know, like the whole police presence, for me, it tells me that there's something else about this story that God needs me to pay attention to. So then I start paying attention to what's not being said and what's not seen, as opposed to just what's on the screen. Then you got to start looking at stuff spiritually when it don't make sense naturally. And I'm not talking about because the people running around talking about she do witchcraft because she Haitian. Or the people talking about she a part of a secret society, and I'm not saying she's not. All I'm saying is it's hearsay. And until there's proof, I can't emphatically say anything one way or the other. But y'all better be careful. Better be careful. Another reason why the internet is torn. Because according to them, again I say, they look so cute together and they look so in love. Well, Mr. and Miss Smith look cute together and in love too. Whole time they tearing up their mansion, sticky icky and at each other and flipping and throwing each other against walls and floors and all, but they look cute together in public. See how it sounds when I say it out loud. Not only are they torn, but there are posts from the people who are having discussions on either side. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, okay, I'm back. Thank you for tuning in. Can y'all do me a quick favor, though? Do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we jump into whatever sector we jump into for another show. We got a lot of sectors in the Champaign City. But y'all, look, the internet is torn. So I went and I found a bunch of posts from different people who had different things to say about what was going on. So this one says, Lulu, those witnesses told the truth and you saw it with your own eyes. Your only concern was getting your story straight. He planned a perfect Christmas vacation for you, yet you failed to appreciate the best man you ever had. We don't know that, though. Let me tell y'all something as we go through this. Whenever a situation or a story is being told, there are two things. There are the facts, then there are the stories based on the facts, right? So you either have the facts in the story, or you have the stories that people tell themselves and other people based on the facts. The facts in this story are, we have a young man who's no longer here. He went on a cabin trip with his girlfriend. He ended up with blunt force trauma to the back of the head after exiting the car. A couple pulled over on the side of the road to attempt to help him on the side of the road. Right? Those are the facts. He was pronounced deceased at the hospital. Lulu came back from the gas station, and again, that's what she said. We don't have no cameras. The police ain't came back and said, yep, they went down there and had a conversation, and the people said she was emphatically there. We don't even have that. Everything right now is hearsay. The auntie said it was a homeless man under the bridge. We don't have a homeless man. Where the homeless man statement? He vanished. Where did he go? Right now, everything is speculation. Is she innocent? Speculation. Is she guilty? Speculation. But in order to convict someone, you have to prove they're guilty, not that they're innocent. Hence, where the problem comes in with this story. Because there's so many scattered pieces, There's no way to put them together right now without investigation to understand, number one, whether a crime was committed, and number two, after you determine whether or not a crime was committed, understanding the motive so that you can determine what the charge is going to be. That's why they say the justice system. Because it's more than just body, person, arrest them, they're guilty, convict them. Don't work like that. So, she said, my nephew is deceased, cause of death, blunt force trauma to the back of the head, yet no scratches or bruises anywhere on his body. Now, y'all need to remember that because that's one of them questions. Why is there no scratches or bruises if he jumped out of a moving vehicle? This is why, me personally, I believe the vehicle was not moving. So it says guilty count number 1. You left T2 by the bridge knowing the danger, hoping he would get run over. Assumption. That's an assumption. But that doesn't make her guilty, because what you said was you left him by the bridge. In order to say you left him by the bridge hoping he would get run over, you would have to determine that when that individual was let out the car, that individual was let out the car incapacitated to the point where they could potentially get run over. You still got to prove that. Otherwise, you have your story based on the fact. Count number 2. You waited 24 hours to notify our family despite having every single Davis family phone number. That makes her guilty in the Davis family court of law, but not when it comes to the law. Count 3. You told our family 3 different versions of what happened. Only one person believed those lies. Now, count 3 does not make you guilty, but it does not make you credible. See how that works? There's a difference between being guilty and being not credible. Just because you're not credible doesn't make you guilty. You still, in this situation, have to prove guilt. Right now, we don't have a crime. We have a situation. We don't have a crime that's been committed. They can't even prove a crime was committed. Hence, why there's no arrest. Hence, why there's still investigation. Count 4, according to this post. You transfer money from his account the very next day. Well, we don't know what access she has to that account. Don't know. Don't know how much money was transferred from that account. Don't know. Don't know whose name was on the account. Don't know. She says your lies. Lie A. He slipped and hit his head at the gas station. Now, if that was a story that was told, then these are kind of things that's going to lead you in the court of law towards being more uncredible. Still not guilty, because right now, all you have is a lie. Lie B. He jumped out of the car while you was driving 25, 30 miles per hour and you didn't stop, didn't turn back, and didn't call the police. You claim you drove 5 minutes away to let him cool off, right? That's lie B. Again, this leans more towards you looking guilty, but still adds more to you being uncredible. Lie C. You let him out and drove away, never looking back. That speaks to your character. You need to be held accountable for counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and lies A, B, and C. And at the end of the day, the courts would look at this and say it's all circumstantial. You know what that? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Hold on. Because I want to get into something else. Because I told y'all today isn't as much about them as it is about something else. Hold on. Thank you to those who are listening. Y'all know what? I am going to be opening up the Champagne City to more mods and all of that. I'm actually going to be creating a Champagne City research team because when I look up these stories, I like doing deep dives. And to me, it's always fun when you do it with a group. So I want to put together a group of individuals that we do these deep dives together, whether it's in the Discord, even if you're just dropping things in the Discord. So I really am going to be looking for the individuals who are going to be dropping stories and stuff over there in the Discord to make those individuals mods on the channel. Right? Hopefully that'll pull some more people out the shadows and make them commenters and all of that. But thank you even to those who are watching from the distance. Alright, let me see if I can find this.
I'm the midnight sun in a blackout. Lit the whole block when I cashed out. Turn pain to confetti when I step out. Every scar on my skin is a map route. Shorty on my side like a seatbelt hoe. Voice like smoke and a heartbeat go. She went slow motion, whole world on pause. Got curves like questions, I get lost in the cause, yeah. She whisper, baby, don't rush this climb. We gon' stack calendars, not just one time. Love like credit, we could never decline. Seal it with a sip and a baseline grind, huh?
Okay, hold on. Do I still have it? Yes, I do. Here we go. Here we go.
Champagne New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same rules, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. It's our time, it's our highlight.
Of computer I need for all these doggone videos. Lord have mercy. Alright, let me upload this one.
We overflow, 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 yeah. Overflow, 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 yeah.
You know that. It's not what you know, Clyde. It's what you can prove in court.
Yeah, I remember that. Redo a side to here. This is one of my favorite movies. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie Law Abiding Citizen, but Law Abiding Citizen was one of my favorite movies. One of the things that he said in this movie, and he kept reiterating it over and over and over again, he said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. Matter of fact, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Like, that ought to be a motto that some of y'all live by, just on period. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
You know that. It's not what you know, Clyde. It's what you can prove in court.
Y'all got to remember that. When it comes to these cases, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. You can say all day long, I know she did this. I know she said this. I know she was here. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. That's why I'm a paper trail person. I'm a text message person. If we gonna have certain conversations, baby, I promise you we gonna do them in text message. Do you know why? Because it's a paper trail. You ain't gonna trip me up and have me out there looking like I'm the liar. No, we gonna talk on the text because it's what you can prove. A lot of y'all got caught up in a lot of stuff because of stuff that couldn't be proved. You couldn't prove you wasn't there. You couldn't prove you didn't do it. You couldn't prove what you said. You couldn't prove what you did. There was no proof. We can say all day long, all right, let me tell you what I mean. Let me put it on the line for you, right? Here's my thought. Now, this is me. This is my feeling on this whole what happened, right? They had this whole lovely, wonderful thing. We saw that. I don't think what happened in the car. I think whatever happened happened at the cabin. The reason I think whatever happened at the cabin, because even if, let's say, he did get out of the car, how is it that he goes from injury to deceased style trauma in that amount of time? I don't think it happened in the car. I think it happened in the cabin. If you remember, allegedly, again, this is all hearsay because there's no police reports and the neighbors ain't came out and said nothing. But allegedly, there was a statement that the neighbor said she came out at one point and they did something. Then she came back out by herself and was loading the car up by herself. Right? My thought process is whatever happened at the cabin. Didn't happen in the car. Whatever happened in the car was in order to conceal or deal with whatever happened and went wrong at the cabin. So now we have him getting out the car. I do not think he got out of a moving vehicle. I think he got out of a vehicle that was fully stopped. The reason why I say he got out of a vehicle that was fully stopped is because he does not have any scratch marks. He does not have any wounds that would be indicative of him getting out of a vehicle that was moving 25 to 30 miles per hour. Because, baby, there will be signs. There will be. There's going to be skid marks. There's going to be scratches. There are definitely going to be signs of you getting out and jumping out of a moving vehicle. There's definitely going to be signs against that concrete border that was on the side of the sidewalk. Definitely. Because you would have gotten out and ran into it, rolled into it, tripped into it. It would have showed signs. So in my opinion, the vehicle was stopped. It was not moving. There's no signs on him that it was moving. She left, went down, whatever. Turned around, she comes back. The people come over, they see him. Another reason why I don't really think it happened in the car. There was no mention, and I paused because I was trying to go back and remember. There was no mention of large quantities of blood. So are you telling me that he was hit in the back of his head so hard that it sent skull fragments into the front of his head, into his temple, whatever the case may be, allegedly, but there was no blood? Nowhere? On him? In the car? On her? On anything in the car? Nobody's mentioning anything about blood. Unless you're strangling, it's gonna be blood. That kind of, in my opinion, now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. Maybe if I have one of my champagne gang who are doctors or nurses, maybe you can step up and let me know if it's possible to get a head injury to the back of your head so severe that it shatters parts of your skull and sends fragments of it into the front of your skull or your temple without the back of your head being split. I don't know. There's a lot about this story that doesn't add up. So let's continue. Those are my thoughts. You tell me what you think happened. I don't know. Am I going to say she guilty? She don't seem innocent to me. I don't know. She's not coming off as innocent. She could be playing it smart. But you know more then you're letting on. And again, I say, a lot of this would be answered if she would come out and tell us what the argument was about. That would answer a whole lot of questions. What was the argument about, Lulu? What was the disagreement about that turned a lovely cabin trip ice cold? What happened in the cabin that y'all left in a hurry from the cabin? And you want to say, well, why do you say they left in a hurry? Because he was found with his pajamas on. That's a problem for me as well. Does T2 look like the kind of guy to be randomly roaming around city in his pajamas? Maybe this is a thing. I don't know. These are just questions because I don't know. But does he come off to you as the kind of guy to be roaming around the city with PJs on? After checking out of an Airbnb, y'all didn't get dressed. You just got your stuff while you were still in your pajamas and you left. And then tragedy happened. What happened in that cabin so bad that it made y'all leave in your pajamas? Was it these red ones? I don't know. Things that make you say, But again, just because stuff doesn't make sense and doesn't add up, it doesn't make her guilty, and it doesn't mean a crime has been committed. Because right now, we don't know. All we know is there's a bunch of stories that's been put out there that don't make sense. This person said they're sending love to the children's mom. Then the children's mom came out and wanted to thank everybody for their condolences and for their prayers for her, the kids, and the family. She said her heart was broken. They shared over 10 years together. They were blessed with 2 children who he loved more than life itself. Words can't imagine how she's feeling. He was definitely the love of her life. So, question, was this still a thingy thing? Did they still have a ooh-wee going on? Was she in another relationship? Did she have another man? Ladies, can I pause and help y'all with something? Like real quick. As women, right? We're nurturers. And for a lot of us, our heart doesn't cut off because we break up, right? I was divorced twice. I still have love for both of my ex-husbands. To this day, both of them can call me at any time and we just have a conversation. Do I want either back? Not at all. Zero. Zilch. Not a chance. Are we cool? Absolutely. Do I want the best for them? Absolutely. If there was anything I could do for them, if I had it in my power, would I do it? Outside of get back with them? Absolutely. Y'all the only ones break up with y'all exes with hard feelings. You know why? Because somebody ain't done. Somebody ain't over it. Because when you understand this was the best for the both of us, and there's no hard feelings behind it, then there's no negativity or toxicity that comes with it. And guess what? My first husband is married, and me and his wife are cool. And she know we cool. And she know I don't want that nigga. Girl, if I wanted him, you wouldn't be in the picture. And that ain't no tea, no shade. That's just facts. Everything ain't about wanting somebody back. But sometimes it is. And a lot of times y'all going through this baby mama, baby daddy drama crap that y'all going through because he was definitely the love of my life. You still feeling them. Somebody still got love. Somebody didn't want to let go. Somebody still got somebody heart. Anytime you start seeing slashed tires, you start seeing busted windows, you start seeing keyed up cars, you start seeing them trying to kick in your door, climbing up your balcony, baby, somebody ain't done. Somebody ain't finished. And it's usually because you still creeping. So I creep. Yeah, you still creeping over there. Our children didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve this. Our children are hurt, lost, and confused. And ladies, be careful, because if you got a man, your man don't want to hear you talking about another man was the love of your life. But that was my baby. That he don't give a damn. He don't want to hear you talking about another man was the love of your life and you with somebody else. Cry, be hurt. Yep, we understand that because y'all had something together. But you folded over, can't stop crying. All you doing is, and you got a whole man. Baby, you about to be single. I hate to tell you. He shouldn't be so insecure. No, you're doing too much. Ain't no way you should be crying over another man that hard if you have another man in your life. Come on now. I know somebody gonna argue with me. But that's my baby daddy and we was together for 25 years. Of course I'm gonna be folded up over him. No, you're only gonna be folded up over him if you still got a thing for your baby daddy. Said what I said, sorry. See, you see these pictures. They look beautiful. He got her picture on his pants. On his pants. The sun rose and set in this girl. If somebody told Dro that this girl was trash, he probably wouldn't have believed him. If they told Dro, let's just say this girl was plotting after him. If they told Dro this girl was plotting, he probably wouldn't have believed them. Some of these women be having y'all fellas nose so open, but y'all be on social media and act like on social media and in public that is money over bitches, money over hoes, money over everything. These hoes ain't loyal. F these hoes and all that. Meantime, y'all stuck. Hook, line, and sinker. Y'all ain't going nowhere. They threw that net out and reeled you right in. Whole time, you got a black widow. They waiting for the right time to strike. Y'all know what this made me think of? This made me think of Candy's movie, where the girl was with the dude and they called themselves gonna have a hall pass. Ain't that what it was called? Pass or the hall pass? Have a hall pass. And she thought that he did it, but he didn't. So she actually did it. And he was actually playing her. But the problem was, it was a whole play that had went on for years. Because he was a part of a whole con organization that would get these so-called vulnerable people in these situations and get them to trip up so that they can steal all their money, even if it takes 5, 6, 7, 10 years for them to do it. Y'all don't realize that there's con artists out here. Problem is, y'all think everybody looking for love because you are. Some people are only looking for the come up. Some people are only looking for what you can do for them, what they can get out of you, not what they can give to you, not what they can sow into you, not them being a blessing in your life. They ain't trying to see how they can upgrade you. They only trying to see how you can upgrade them. Hello. We gonna talk about it. Let's talk. Scoot up. They ain't in your life because they want to love you forever. They ain't in your life because they want to be your princess and rule the kingdom by your side. They not in your life for that. They in your life just long enough to get through the next door. Then they on to the next. Because that's the play. That's the game. When you looking for forever, you gotta be in places where forever hang out at. You can't look for forever in the places where temporary is at. No, you can't go for a happy ending and think the happy ending is gonna turn into forever. You can't do that. Y'all have to stop and pay more attention to who you are opening up your heart to and who you are surrendering your life to. Do you not understand that when you tell someone that you love them, what you are literally doing is taking your heart and you're putting that heart into their hands, and you're saying, I am giving you the most vulnerable part of me, and I am hoping, I am praying you will do the right thing with it and not break it. Don't damage it. Don't wound it. Don't hurt it. I'm trusting that you will cherish it. So I'm taking it and I'm putting it in your hands because I love you. Do y'all not understand? That's what you're doing when you tell someone that you love them. You're giving them the most vulnerable part of you. Do you not realize you cease to exist without your heart? That's why people are walking around empty, no heart. That's why it's so easy for an individual to walk up to somebody and pull the trigger. No heart. Y'all better be careful of who you're giving your heart to. Just because it looks good on the outside don't mean it's good on the inside. Just because it looks good right now don't mean it's gonna look good tomorrow. Do y'all stop and ask, what is this gonna look like 5 years from now? If you can't look at it 5 years from now and see y'all being somewhere different than where you are right now, baby, why you even wasting your time? Why? Do you even see yourself being with them in 5 years? If not, baby, you probably got an eros. You probably got an erotic love. Y'all need to stop and determine, what kind of relationship am I in? What kind of ship am I on right now trying to learn how to relate? Where am I at right now? Am I in the twilight zone? Am I in the outer limit? Am I on the love boat? Where am I right now? Am I on ghost ship? Is my partner never around? Has my partner ghosted me emotionally? Has my partner ghosted me spiritually? Ghosted me mentally? What ship am I on right now? Are we headed for shipwreck? Am I trying to steer the ship left and he trying to steer the ship right? Do we even know where we going? Or are we just steering in circles? Just round and round we go. Where are you right now? What kind of relationship are you in? Do you know? Or do it just look good? You got you a centerpiece. You got you a showpiece. good for showmanship, but nothing else. Can it mother your children? Can it care for your children? Can it care for itself without your assistance? Can it help you build an empire? If you had to go away and left it with $50,000, would it double it? Or would you come back and it's all gone? What are you connecting to? Let me see. So this person named Big Mama came out. They said justice for Dro, the story being shared is not true. Tyrone Davis Jr.'s family on his mother's side is stating that the current story being shared all over social media is not true. His sister said there is no foul play involved. The truth is that they don't know what happened at all. They are allowing law enforcement to do their job. They also want answers. That's why they're not out here on social media spreading misinformation. Also, the hospital knew exactly who he was because his driver's license was in his bag. That's how he was identified. The hospital contacted his mother and her and his sister immediately went to the hospital. Well, that wouldn't make sense. Let me show you why. Because the hospital wouldn't have needed his ID to identify them if, in fact, as they said, Lulu pulled up on the scene. Right? She would have been able to identify it. Or am I mistaken? They were both right there by his side when the machine was unplugged because there was nothing that could be done to save his life. His mother and his sister were both holding his hand when he took his last breath. This brings me another question. How long was it from the time that he was found, or should I say from the time he got that injury to his head to the time he was found? That would be the question. Because we haven't even determined when he got the injury to his head. Had it been there an hour before he got to the hospital? Had it been there 20 minutes before he got to the hospital? How old was that injury to the back of his head? Tyrone and his mother were extremely close. He even has a tattoo of her face on him. He was also very close to his sister. Also, they don't think Kiara, Lulu, had anything to do with what happened to Tyrone. They don't have any hard feelings toward her at all. A family friend said that what his mother really needs at this time is for that story to stop being spread because it's not true. She has already buried 2 sons. Now this will be the 3rd. She's absolutely devastated, and seeing this false story everywhere is hurting her. She can't even grieve properly because of everything that's going on. The family says at this time they need prayer, especially for his 2 children who are now left to navigate this life without their father. He was a constant in their lives, a very loving and devoted father. Please keep Tyrone Davis Jr.'s family on both sides in your prayers. Sad. So now you got kids that's got to grow up without a daddy. And right now, no one has any answer. None. And again, whoever this is that's speaking, it's speculation because it's third party. So you can't even really believe that any of this is true that they're saying that the mama said. It's speculation until you hear it out the mouth of the individual. Lulu recently posted this. This girl did not unalive her future husband. She appears to be suffering. I am awaiting the full details of this story. As some of you Self-appointed detectives unfairly targeted me for speaking my mind. May Dro rest in peace. So again, as I told you, the internet started to split, with some individuals saying they don't believe that she did anything to unalive or hurt him. Thank you for allowing me to experience the love so deep and pure it could only ever exist through you. We are bound in spirit beyond this lifetime, a connection most could never begin to understand or ever relate to. I know with every part of me your heart was and will forever be mine, and my heart will forever remain yours too. My angel, I am so looking forward to the moment I am back in your arms as you hold me and I tell you how much my heart has yearned to hear your laugh and to see your smile again. So, now watch this for a second, right? And this again is going to be speculation. Not once in this post. Hold on, let me look back through. Does she say, I love you? I will always love you. Not once. Do you know what she says? Thank you for allowing me to experience a love so deep. Not thank you for allowing me to love you. See, this is why, I'm a word baby. I pay attention to words. This is why you got to be careful what you say out your mouth. She said for allowing me to experience a love so deep. Experience means I'm on the receiving end of it, not the giving end. And guess what? Even with me saying this, don't mean she did it. Still speculation. Thank you for allowing me to experience a love so deep and pure it could have only existed through you. She's talking about his actions toward her, not her actions toward him. I'm looking forward to having you back in my arms. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking forward to the moment I'm back in your arms. You holding me. And I tell you how much my heart has yearned to hear your laugh and see your smile again. Y'all, this is why I keep telling y'all, I don't think this girl was in love with him. Y'all can say what y'all want. I see the videos. I see them. I do. I hear the words. I hear them. I do. But I also hear the words. I do. And I also hear what's not being said. And even with that, it don't mean she's guilty. But I don't think this girl was as in love with him as he was in her, and as in love as everybody is trying to make it seem like she was. I don't think so. They had phileo. She was crazy about him on a friendship level. That was her soulmate. Do you not know there's a lot of people out here who say that someone is their soulmate but they're best friends? They're not lovers. They've never slept together, but they think this individual was their soulmate just on a different plane. They ended up getting their soulmate in a different way. This person asked, where did it go so wrong? So this KD is supposed to be Kiara or Lulu. Says, thank you. His passing was an accident that was caused by factors outside me and his control. Again, I said, we need to know the argument that took place that made this trip go from hot to cold. Because what does that mean? What was the accident? We still haven't discussed the accident. Because in order for you to say factors outside of you or his control, that would have meant that whatever happened, there was no way either of you could have avoided it. But if you're saying he jumped out of a moving car, that could have been avoided. If he had blunt force trauma to the back of the head caused by another individual, that could have been avoided. So what does this mean? What was the accident? And what were the factors that caused it to be out of your control? This is where I wanted to show this one, because I wanted to show you guys how we got to be careful when we start getting into what we say and what we quote, because we start tiptoeing over into the, how should I say, defamation area. It says a man died from blunt force trauma to the head after being struck with a bottle by his girlfriend and then pushed out of a moving car. The incident occurred following a Christmas getaway to a cabin with his girlfriend. See, we don't know that the blunt force trauma caused to the back of his head was done by a bottle. We don't. Matter of fact, I can even go as far as to say we don't even know that the blunt force trauma was caused by, matter of fact, that he had blunt force trauma. I haven't seen a police report. I haven't seen a news article. I haven't seen a news report. I haven't seen a press conference. I ain't seen nothing that speaks to this, that confirms any of it. Only way we really know this happened is because we seen the boy body in a casket, if you call any of the service for his homegoing. But this is how you tiptoe into defamation. And this is how bloggers and people who post and people, who comment get in trouble. You don't know it was a bottle, and you don't know it was done by his girlfriend. That's hearsay. That's speculation. That's what's meant when you're constantly in court and the attorney says, objection, Your Honor, speculation. Objection, Your Honor, leading. Objection, Your Honor, hearsay. Every argument that y'all can come out with to say that Lulu emphatically did this, I can show you how right now it's hearsay. Because you can't prove it. You cannot prove it. And what did we say? What did we say? Hold on.
You know that. It's not what you know, Clyde. It's what you can prove in court.
It's not what you know. It's what you can prove in court. Right now, baby, it ain't about what y'all know. It's about what can be proven. So if somebody really wanted to figure it out, you would stop dealing with what you know and start focusing on what you can prove. Or find something to prove what you know. Otherwise, all you got is speculation. But I'm going to tell you again, bloggers, any of my Champagne gang got your own channel, you better be careful. Y'all better start being careful about what you say and how you say it, even if you quoting somebody else. Because you can quote somebody else and end up in the middle of a defamation lawsuit because you quoted what somebody else said that was defamation and you didn't know it was true. You better be careful. Because you want to throw out there something that's fact. Nothing in this post says opinion. Nothing in this post says allegedly. Nothing in this post says it was said that or told to me that. This is stated emphatically on your post on the internet so everyone can see it. Right? That in itself could be enough for somebody to file a lawsuit against you. Because you can't prove this. Right? This girl says, and this is his blood sister on his mom's side. I never played with the dad's side on no day. I don't play that in-law-ish for this exact reason. They never liked Lulu. I've been saying this since day uno. For everybody that cursed me out, I don't even want no apology because y'all owe that to Lulu way more. The way y'all did her on this internet while she's grieving her man, kicking her while she's down. Natasha Davis, you must have did it since you know so much. There's no way you loved your nephew the way you say you did. If you're doing the love of his life like this, he protected her in life and he's protecting her in death too. She's covered by the blood of Jesus and no evil weapons formed against her will prosper. Y'all get on my nerves with this. Y'all forever want to quote scripture and attach scripture to y'all life, and ain't nothing that y'all doing in life godly. Y'all don't live godly. You don't pray to God. You don't talk to God. You only acknowledge Him when it benefits you. You don't read scripture. You don't go to church, by a church, near a church, around the corner from the church. Baby, you don't even go to the store attached to the church. But you want to constantly quote a scripture. Where is it found in? She's covered by the blood of Jesus, and no evil weapons formed against her will prosper. Y'all just be saying stuff. Y'all really do. It's so stressful. And again, this is hearsay. And again, you got to stop and remember you do have those crazy family members who will go along with anything that you do. They don't care because they like you and they support you. They gonna support whoever you with. Your man can be kicking you down the stairs, down the street, throwing you up to the attic, through the window, through the wall, from the window to the wall, outside and back again, and they gonna come back and tell everybody, but you loved her. You loved her, and he loved, and she loved him, and she didn't care, so y'all need to just be cool with it and let it go, because that was a true love. You talking about the girl with the black eye and the busted lip and the whole side of her hair removed? You talking about them two in love? But they'll stand behind it and call it love because they stand by and support you in any and everything that you do. They ain't gonna call it toxic. They not gonna say, you know what, yeah, he loved a fool, but we know she was a fool. No, he loved her. Y'all know he loved her. Just because he didn't mean he should. See how that works? See how that works? Just because he loved her and put up with everything that she didn't mean that everybody surrounded by him would have. And if in fact she was the type of person that some people are trying to allude to, then my bigger question is, as someone who claimed to love him, did you speak up? Did you say more? Or did you just stand by because, you know, you want to be loyal, and somehow we think loyalty means I have to agree with everything that you do? Which one do you think it was? Sister. Or maybe the better question is this. When it comes to y'all family, right? When y'all are in a relationship, do y'all stand behind your siblings no matter who they dating? You just don't care. If they say they love them, then, you know, rock out. That's how y'all feel. And if anything happen, you gon' stand behind it 100 grand, 10 toes down. You gonna defend it because that's your brother or that's your sister. So whatever they like, you love. Whether it's good for them or not, whether they on their verge of losing their life by it or not, you gonna stand behind it and support it just because that's your brother, that's your sister. That's how y'all operate. And I'm not saying that's the case in this situation. I'm just asking the question. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all do? Is the better question. He wasn't sick though. I since in his hospital bag myself. This is getting out of hand. Honestly, everyone wants to be the police or private investigators or whatever they want to be. People coming up with their own narratives of the girl, and okay, that's fine. Everyone is entitled to that. It's people making comments on other people's posts about the dates being different. My brother was pulled off the machine as I watched on December 30th, 2025. Lulu Thomas. Girl, I'm so tired of these people. I don't normally go back and forward about my opinion, but they starting to get on my nerves. So apparently this Lulu Thomas person has been making posts about the situation, and internet warriors and gangsters, when they feel a type of way about it, they gonna get on there and send threats and everything else, because they're so emboldened and they feel like, they can. Let's continue. This is, I honestly feel the same way, and I think she's being smart by not saying anything. Maybe she will after the funeral. I sat back and saw the internet rip this entire story apart, all while my auntie sitting there grieving her son and reading this BS. I saw how his paternal family disregarded the F out of his mother and took completely over. Realness moves in silence. That's why we sat back and let people talk, because that's all it was, or all it is, talk. Respect my MF and auntie and stop trying to play detective. That's what she had to say. It's the fact she made like 5 different stories up. The Lou person said, hey, who says these stories were told? Pratisha said she didn't. That's what they're saying. I'm not taking up for anyone. I'm just saying 5 stories definitely wasn't told. How can y'all say she made up 5 different stories when she never told one story? Y'all are listening to what aunt that wasn't there, that didn't interview her. She was not at the hospital. So there's people going back and forth. I told y'all, the internet is torn. So they not ready to apologize publicly yet. This little blue app is something shady. Lulu, I stand with you and praying for your healing and understanding at that damn Lulu. Justice for Dro. Apologies to Lulu. Do y'all not see, this is what stresses me out with y'all, right? Do we not understand context and culture? And the next time we jump on the live, we're probably going to get into the mother's live when she went live and what she had to say. And I also want to get into a clip of the mama jumping up in the middle of the funeral while the father was attempting to say his last goodbyes to his son because she had something she wanted to say when it was his moment. His moment. Do y'all not understand that justice for Dro means we feel like he needs justice because an unaliving or an injustice occurred? You cannot say you think Lulu was innocent and nothing happened, but put justice for Dro. Do y'all not realize that don't even make sense? How you gonna get justice for something that wasn't even a crime? Do y'all get it? You got the mama yelling out, "It's justice for Dro always," but you don't think a crime was committed. The only person there was Lulu. So if Lulu didn't do it, who did it? A ghost? The ghost of Mabel? Is that who did it? Who did it? Casper? That who did it? Apologies to Lulu. Justice for Dro. How he gonna get justice? Justice belongs to a person that's been wronged. But let's continue. She posted these. She said, "You are everything that I prayed for. In a woman, I swear I'ma make you my wife. Woman, I'm sorry." That's what he sent to her. She said, "You just gave me the biggest smile. I love you so much. I'm dead ass queen. I love you and appreciate the shit out of you. I miss you so effing much." Then she posted, "We didn't want to be newlyweds or pregnant while he was still away. He wanted to be physically here so that he was able to be there for me every step of the way in our next chapter. But now I wish we never decided to wait." This one, this was something else. We got to get in that too, because y'all see them World Cup prices. This was the post that she made kind of after it happened. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but as y'all see, the people are definitely torn. Some people still believe that she's guilty. Some people believe she's innocent. Some people believe there's not enough of the story to make a determination. However, there's more questions than answers. And the person with the burden of proof right now is Lulu. But we don't know what she's saying. We know what the dad side said she said. But we don't know from her mouth what she actually told them. We don't know what she told the mama, because the mama ain't spoke out. And we don't know what was told to the police, because the police haven't spoken out. And unfortunately, anybody calling to get information is probably going to be shut down, because there's probably been 1,000,001 people attempting to call and get the same information. Bloggers, regular Joes, regular Janes, big time channels, small time channels, YouTubers, Twitchers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, Facebookers, everybody calling for the same story. And they said, "Yep, I tell you what, we gonna stop putting information out there. You gonna have to figure out the details on your own. Scramble for it, guess, but you won't get it from us." We seeing it with the David case. It's more speculation in the David case than a little bit. But everybody heading saying, arrest coming. Arrest coming. They found him guilty. He's been found. They know he did it. Meanwhile, everything inside the video is speculation. My question is, will this situation be any more than speculation ever? Take some time to look through these next slides. Now this is absolutely factual. You will get red flags trying to withdraw 10K or more. So if they're saying that she transferred his money, the only way she could have transferred his money is if her name was on the account and she was transferring it to a joint account. Allegedly. I can't see her being able to transfer anything out of his account if her name is not on it. Unless she has access to his logon and as in love as he was with her, I bet she had all access. She didn't have to break into nothing. She probably had all the passcodes. She probably had his bank information logged in on her phone. He was that into her. Some people were saying she was a part of a satanic sorority organization that asked for sacrifices. Y'all know we know how to make up some stories. This person says she not in jail. Y'all mad. This person said y'all advocating for her like y'all her attorney, while the family don't have answers on what happened. Y'all getting on my nerves. So this is his friend. My guy is gone and never coming back, and y'all worried about her whole feelings. My nigga got 2 kids that don't have a clear answer on why their father is never coming home. F a whole feelings. At this point, she's supposed to sit front row with his children and family while they still have to guess about what happened to him. F that, F y'all opinion. She's supposed to be out here screaming justice in front of the world about a ninja who professed his love to her in front of the whole world. Y'all really dragging this ish about who right or wrong. A nigga really don't give a F, but we want answers. Dro been my friend since elementary school. Damn right it's people who want a better answer than some MF and AI post or wait for the police. Yeah, we waiting to line your stupid A up. And I don't want to hear nothing about what nobody's saying. I respect his family, so I've been keeping quiet, but this shit getting real corny. If you innocent, put the truth out there and let that be that. But all these guessing games, that is weird and flawed. See, sometimes you gotta bring the street out for the street to tell you what the real is in the situation. Because I was gonna stop when he started lying, and not one lie told. Fact. At this point right now, this ain't about somebody's feelings. This boy is no longer here. He got kids who don't have answers. Right now, I don't know whose side the mama on. I don't. I don't know where the mama stand in this situation. But I do know there's 2 children with no answers. I do know there's 2 children that lost their dad during the Christmas holiday season. Do you not understand how hard Christmas is going to be for these children going forward? I understand that. I understand that nobody should have to guess what happened to him. It should have been laid out with no questions asked. I understand that. I understand if you truly love somebody, you want the truth to come out. I understand that. I understand when you truly love somebody, you don't leave them on the side of nobody road. Unless they're attacking you. And unless they're causing you harm. And at that point, we need to be having a different conversation. So why don't y'all drop in the comments? Let me know what y'all think. We are going to have part 2. I won't necessarily say tomorrow. Because the way this weather is set up, I don't know if we're going to be at another Arctic freeze or not. But please do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Tell me. I need y'all to drop in the comments. I think on our next video, what we're going to do, I'm going to drop for y'all my 10 questions that I have when it comes to this case that it don't seem to me like anybody's really asking. Because I've been listening to a bunch of people. And I got a few questions that I ain't heard yet. Right? So I want y'all to drop in the comments and let me know what y'all questions are. And who knows, maybe you'll see your question on the screen tomorrow. And maybe I'll do tomorrow's live in StreamYard so we can drop the link and y'all can come up and let me know what y'all think about this case. Because again, it's all speculation, but it also brings up a bigger question. And my bigger question to y'all is this. Do y'all think a lot of these bloggers are going too far? Do you think they're doing too much when it comes to these cases? Do you think they're becoming a little too invasive and a little too intrusive? Like you're not just covering the case, but you're stepping over into territory that's borderline making you try to cosplay as something that you're not. It's okay to look up information, but when you try to play detective and solve a case and potentially mess it up, is that doing too much? Drop in the comments and let me know. What do you think about all of this? What do you think about this case and where it stands right now? What do you even think this case is real? Like, what is going on? Like, I'm starting to question everything, Abby. We in a simulation, like, because no police coverage on this at all is crazy work to me. And I don't understand it. Why this? Why no coverage on this? Or is that something that normally happens a lot in Florida? Drop in the comments and let me know. Thank you for joining me in the Champaign City. Please, if you want to support the channel, I am a one-woman show. Everything that you see is created by me, and I do it all by myself. Please hit the Cash App. I would greatly appreciate it. I really would. Or your like, your view, your share is enough. We are on our road to being monetized. We're trying to hit that 4K watch hours, and your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Champagne Gang, confidants. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.
Palm like a trophy. Gold on my wrist, that's the hold me. New year, new fly. Still from the mud, but I rose clean. Big body dreams in a compact lot. Turn side hustles to a stock by box. Mama in the front row, tears on lock. Prayed all decade for this one pop on the quiet storm in a silk suit, baby. Pressure in my chest, turn the dark soft wavy. Time tick tick, but I move like maybe. I've been the clock hands when the beat going crazy. Champagne, New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne, New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. This our time, this our highlight.
I'm the midnight sun in a blackout. Lit the whole block when I cashed out. Turn pain to confetti when I step out. Every scar on my skin is a map route. Shorty on my side like a seatbelt hold. Voice like smoke and a heartbeat go. She went slow motion, whole world on pause. Got curves like questions, I get lost in the cause, yeah. She whisper, baby, don't rush this climb. We gon' stack calendars, not just one time. Love like credit, we could never decline. Seal it with a sip and a baseline grind.